Take 3.
What's up, everybody? I'm Walter Segrist. You might know me on Instagram as wallyzweldingworld. You might know me on YouTube as TheWeldProfessor. I took the week out here to be at Kentucky Welding Institute. KWI is well known as well. I got John out here today. I'm going to kind of ask John some questions and interview him and kind of see what this school's about and let you guys know kind of if you're looking to get into school, kind of what it's about. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get started. John, go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience.
Well, I'm Jonathan Pollock. I'm 18 years old, and I've been going here about a month or so. I was looking around for like the best welding school to go to, and this is the one I've chose.
Nice. Now, hold on, I gotta get comfortable here. All right. So basically, what made you want to come to Kentucky Welding Institute?
So basically, what made me come here is my parents were like, "Hey, you can go to any welding institute you want. Just do your research and figure out which one is the best." And like, we've had a college fund for you, like we'll take care of it. And when I was in high school, welding was my passion, and I found it as something I absolutely just love to do. And so I was scrolling through Instagram one day and saw this like school, saw some just slick looking TIG welds and some combo pipe and stuff that have been done by the school. And I didn't really know about them or anything, but I started checking their page out, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. A 6 cert package. All these safety certs, like they're setting these guys to go out and like hop right in the industry without having to get excess training outside of just learning how to weld.
Awesome. Now, earlier this year, I was out here actually for the high school welding competition, and I actually remember meeting you for the high school welding competition.
Oh, yeah.
So I take it you did compete in the competition, right?
Oh yeah, yes sir.
So how do you think you did in that competition?
I screwed up. I made the same mistake that I kept making during my practice.
Do you think most people make the same mistake you were making?
I don't know. I think a lot of people just aren't used to running 1/8 rod on 3/8 plate. A lot of people prefer the 3/32.
So you feel like that was your mistake, running maybe too big of a rod?
Well, no, it wasn't just that. It was just the fact that I didn't control my heat just right on the cap on one of my 3G plates. My 2G plate came out just as all my practice plates did really well. But the 3G, even in my practice, I was just struggling keeping the heat low enough that the rod would run good, that the flux would actually deposit well, but at the same time that the rod wouldn't go out on the caps, and that the caps would come out good.
You think your nerves were kicking up too during the
contest?
contest?
Nerves were definitely kicking up. Definitely kicking up.
What is it about KWI that's helping you out? What do you think it is about KWI that's really helping you, and maybe not even just your life, but your future?
I would definitely say the way KWI has definitely helped me out is just the fact that they provide just a pretty good facility. I mean, there's a lot of facilities out there that have, I've trained at Lincoln Electric, the nicest facility in the world, their headquarters, where literally everything is like, you want more pipe, you go get more pipe. It's all pre-cut, pre-beveled, pre-everything. You want more rod, you go get more rod. You don't need to burn it down and stuff. And you come here to KWI and they're very disciplined. Hey, like we want you to hand cut all your stuff. Everything's got to be torch beveled just like it is out in the field. We want you to prep everything yourself. It's not just sitting in a bin waiting for you to weld out. And I'm not dissing on Lincoln Electric. It's just that I respect that format of teaching people to learn that way.
Real hands-on.
Well, that, and one of the lead instructors here, Mr. Applegate, put it this way, that think of it this way, if a tire company told you like, hey, I'll give you free tires for the rest of your life, you'd probably go out and do like unlimited burnouts and just waste those tires because you wouldn't really care about them. I think it's kind of the same thing in terms of the welding. If somebody just gives you unlimited coupons that are pre-prepped, pre-beveled, you're not going to really appreciate those. You're just going to be like, I kind of messed up this weld test. Now just throw it,
toss it out.
Toss it out, get a new one. This one, you prep all your metal yourself. It's like you spend a couple hours prepping. You better believe you're going to try and do your absolute finest to make that the best weld coupon you can do.
Well, earlier you hit me up in the week and you were talking to me, John, and I feel like we got a good connection, man.
Yeah.
You're a real cool kid. You got right head on your shoulders, man, and I do see you going far in the future, man, just the way your outlook is on life. And I'm not dissing anybody else in school. I think it's full of a bunch of incredible students and incredible instructors, and I really truly believe that these people are passionate about helping their students, and not only just helping their students, but helping each other that they work with, man. And I think that is a good reflection to help younger kids. And another thing too, that the school is Christian based.
Yeah.
What do you think about something like that?
I think that's absolutely awesome. My actual goal in life is not to just be like a good welder. I love welding, and that's my passion, that's my trade, that's what I love to do. And I thank God that He's given me something that I enjoy, and then at the same time I'm able to make a good living doing. But at the same time, like my overall goal is to actually just be a missionary through my work and what I do. Be able to go out and just serve Christ and be able to be a light for Him in a field that I actually enjoy. And to know that the people here that run this school also share the same beliefs and know the same, God that I believe in as their personal Savior. I just think that's awesome. It made me feel very accepted and comfortable, so to speak. And I also think it's cool too that, even if that's maybe something that, you're not about and you're just like, hey, Christianity, that's not my thing. They don't push that on you. They're just like, hey man, that's okay. No problem with that. That's not something they try and push on you. They respect everybody for who they are.
All right, I really appreciate that. I wasn't trying to cut you off or anything.
No,
Sorry,
no problem, man.
But we're kind of curious, your background before you actually got to the school. I remember you mentioned to me that you actually worked for somebody. And
yeah.
You were welding. Why don't you go ahead and share with the audience kind of where you were before you actually even decided to go to school?
Totally. I'd actually love to give a shout out to Extreme Trailers. I worked there for about 6 months. And then before that, I worked at a place called American Highway Products. They made manhole risers. By far, though, definitely gotta say, it was really cool working this trailer shop though while I was in high school. I got to work on aluminum trailers when I was 17 years old. Go to school till about 9:20 or so. Leave.
Was it TIG, MIG?
No, just wave pulse aluminum spool gun welding. Actually, not spool gun welding, but just aluminum welding using the MIG process, so to speak.
Pretty much a spool gun.
Yeah, pretty much, just without the spool on the gun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, no, that was really fun. I actually only welded aluminum a couple times, and it was actually kind of intimidating. I never worked in a huge fab shop. I worked at like the place before I worked at. I worked in a shop that made manhole risers, like I said, and they were a very small shop, family owned, about 8 employees. So that's what I was kind of used to, is just working around a family-oriented company where it was kind of a little bit laid back. Everybody knew everybody. And then I walked into a plant full of like, 60-something guys or so, and we're making 53-foot semi-trailers and everything. And that was a really cool experience for me. So I welded there for about 6-7 months during high school. And then as well during high school, I got my D1.1 structural certs, as well as a 1-inch MIG downhill root, uphill fill and cap. And I also got a chance to train with some of the best instructors in the nation, which is really cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
Really cool. And this is just added on to it. This has been another experience.
Earlier, before John and I sat down, he had mentioned that he really liked the school because it kind of taught really all the processes of welding. They teach MIG, they teach stick welding, and they also teach how to TIG exotic metals and different alloys and stuff like that. And I remember you saying also that you would like to be a well-rounded welder.
Oh yeah.
Maybe share with us why you think that the school is so awesome for offering something like that.
Well, I think it's awesome that they offer something like that, because basically the way they try and train their students is that basically you can walk out of here and kind of pick your own path. If maybe pipeline welding is something that you take, and that's like something you want to do. They set you up where you can do a branch test here. Lots of downhill, if that's something that you make it to during the program. Same thing with specialty metals, Inconel, copper nickel, stainless, you name it, they'll get it for you as long as you're, busting your tail and getting after it. The way I look at it is that, nothing's handed to you in life, and I'll definitely say that it's the same way here at KWI. Nothing's handed to you. If you want help and you want to do well, these instructors will do everything they can to help you out. and you show initiative, and then you show that you're ambitious and you want to get after it. But once again, I just say nothing is handed to you in life. You got to work for it.
So after you graduate from this school, what is your immediate goal once you get out of this type of school?
So far, right now, I haven't really kind of figured that out. I think possibly right now.
You're still kind of new to the school.
Still thinking about it. Yeah, I've only been here about a month or so. But so far, I'm kind of thinking that what I'd like to do is go out and work in the boiler field for a while, a couple of years, and then in the meantime of that couple of years working out in the boiler field, save up some money and maybe put a rig together. And I prefer to work non-union. That way I'd work for myself, be my own boss. And then eventually, once I get a rig put together, I kind of be able to branch myself out, because let's say in the boiler making field, work's getting low. And it doesn't seem like that happens a lot in the boiler making field, but I would imagine at some point it probably will.
Preparing yourself for the worst case scenario.
That's right. And I also enjoy, like I said, all types of welding. And so if I had my own rig and I was non-union, I'd be able to just go out and do some pipeline, maybe during the summer or something like that. So I could branch out both ways. But I think as of right now, when I get out of school, back to your question, I think I just like to do some boiler making, some specialty metals, stuff like that.
That's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you had to go, weld some structural, I don't think anything would be wrong with that either. I think any kind of welding job would be awesome for anybody getting out of a school like this. And man, John, I don't really know what more to ask. I really appreciate you taking the time and actually sitting down with me and letting me ask you a couple questions, man. I guess
it's been an honor, man. I really appreciate it.
I guess now, John and I, he approached me earlier today, asked if I'd help him give him some points and some tips. So we're actually going to go outside and we're going to blaze down on some 24-inch pipe.
Right.
And we're going to weld it up.
Right.
And I'm going to take him under my wing, and I'm going to run some, and then he's going to run some. So we're going to be brother-in-law on the pipe, but we're not going to be doing it at the same time. I'm going to show him how I do it, and then I'm going to go over there and kind of take him by his hand and try and guide him, and then let him loose and see how well he does. So
I appreciate that, brother.
So thank you, John, for coming down here to KWI and joining this school, man. I mean, I think you're going to have a real successful future.
Yeah.
So just maybe one last question. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Where do I see myself in 10 years? Oh, that is an awesome question, because I had thought about that. What I'd like to do is work and travel in the field for, I'd say, around 7 to 8 years. This is just a plan right now. Who knows? It'll probably change. Generally does. That's how life is. But travel and weld for about 7 to 8 years, and then eventually I'd like to go and take training for CWI inspector's course. And then I think what I'd like to do is maybe do some inspection for a while. And then after that, I think, exceeding the 10-year mark, I've actually thought past that. I think I'd actually like to be a weld instructor at some point. I just enjoy kind of like showing people what I know, and just watching people fight that learning curve and eventually seeing it click for them. That's really cool. And to be able to inspire people, motivate people, to do something that I personally enjoy as well. So I know that my motivation and my passion is there for it. The fact I'm able to share that with them and see them get motivated and pumped up as well. That's just, I like it.
You got me motivated. All right, guys, we're going to go break loose. We're going to go weld some pipe. You guys take care. Hope you enjoyed the interview.